Welcome along to round 15 of the 2025 ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. It is time for the Marble Fantastic Four London E-Prix. And now we look at the top 10 on the grid. Nico Müller, only his third top 10 start of 2025 for the Andretti team. Alongside him on that row of the grid is Edo Mortara. That's his best starting position in London in 6 attempts here for the Mahindra team. They look pretty strong this weekend. Jake Hughes, likewise for him, his previous best was 15th on the grid last year, but he was with Neil McLaren. Now he's with Maserati. An all Maserati row 4 with Stoffel Vandoorne lining up alongside him in the number 2 machine. Next up then you've got Maximilian Günther, starts P6 for the 6th time in season 11. And Nick Cassidy, he burned up his tyres in qualifying. He was frustrated and starts P5 on the grid for Jaguar TCS Racing. Meanwhile, Dan Ticktum matches his best ever starting position in London with P4, but it's Pascal Wehrlein who'll be spearheading Porsche's charge from 3rd as they aim for the teams and the manufacturers championships here this weekend. The front row of the grid is occupied by this man, Nick de Vries, his 4th ever front row start in his Formula E career. He finished on the podium here back in 2022, and it's pole position for Mitch Evans, a 3rd Jaguar pole of the season. Evans 4th in London, and they're now within 3 points of DS Penske in the teams championships as well. Who will revel in the XL as the lights go out and we go racing? Good start from Evans. De Vries chops over on Wehrlein down towards the first corner. Who gets the lead into turn 1? It will be the pole sitter then of Mitch Evans, who's got the whole shot from Nick de Vries, and contact there in the mid-pack. That's Max Günther facing the wall on the outside. It's also cost one of the Maseratis there. I think that might be Stoffel Vandoorne who's in some bother in the first couple of corners. But as we burst into the daylight for the first time, and contact there further as well, Mortara, and you can see front suspension damage for Maximilian Günther. Jay Penske's not going to be happy with that. We could have a safety car and a car pile up here as well.
Both McLarens.
Yeah, both the Neil McLarens involved. So that's where the suspension got broken. Mortara shoves Günther into the wall on the outside.
And this is where, you know, Günther's tried to turn left to come around the corner with no steering. At that point, you know, there's an escape there where he could have safely parked out of the way, and he's effectively created this traffic jam of the 2 McLarens and the Lola.
This is the best my car's been all year.
Well, Cassidy's very happy as we ride on board with him here. You know, he's in 4th place, he's in a good position.
Oh, another look at the energy, and again, Cassidy doing what he loves, just saving energy. He's got about 1 to 2% more relative to the other drivers in front of him. Well, he's got 2% more than his teammate, which doesn't sound like a great deal, but it means a lot because he can then expend that, in theory, later on in the race.
Bunch of drivers there going for attack mode as well. Roland's gone for it.
Yeah, de Vries has gone for it, and Wehrlein as well at the sharp end of the field. So that's allowed Cassidy to go through into the 2nd place. Now, I wonder whether Cassidy can do anything to keep the 2 in attack mode at bay. The problem is in Gen 3 Evo is that the offset is absolutely huge, and 4-wheel drive, yeah, as Cassidy has gone in. So no team games going on there. I wondered if he might try and hold him up and just give Evans a chance to break a bit of a gap out in front. So now Evans is going to have his mirrors full of Wehrlein and de Vries, all of whom have got relatively the same amount of attack mode remaining.
Oh, challenge for the lead.
Yeah, de Vries goes for it, down into the custom house chicane, makes the move stick. Evans now sits in the middle of an attack mode sandwich, as it were. We come through the exit of that chicane and come down in towards turn 14. And is Wehrlein going to be close enough to launch a move up the inside? Is Evans going to maybe think about attack mode on this lap? No, he doesn't. He parks the car in the middle of the corner, doesn't allow an opportunity for the Porsche driver to go through. Wehrlein is looking every which way he can to get through on Mitch Evans, and all the while that is allowing de Vries to romp away with it. Evans defends the line down into the penultimate corner. Side by side they go. Wehrlein won't be able to find his way through there, and Evans can park his car on the apex of the corner through turn 20, and now we'll see Wehrlein cycling past down the start-finish straight. So this is the pit leader, essentially. This is Nick Cassidy with Stoffel Vandoorne, Sam Bird, etc., all very close behind. Cassidy, though, still has 2 attack modes remaining. Everybody else behind, bar Sebastian Buemi, has used at least, or is in, 1 attack mode at the moment. So Cassidy's doing a fantastic job of just keeping these drivers from launching one up the inside.
What I don't understand is why Cassidy hasn't gone for attack mode, because he's got free air. This is the time to get attack mode and go as fast as possible. He's got nobody in front of him for 38 seconds.
Yeah, but he's got a half-second gap of Van Dorn behind. If he goes through, loses track position, you can see them, a train of cars behind. If he loses track position and then can't find his way past, you know, that could upset his strategy and ruin his race.
He's coming into the final couple of corners. Let's keep an eye. We want to see where Nick de Vries is. Nick Cassidy on the start-finish straight. Nick de Vries has been released from his pit box in the pit lane. Here he is coming out, and he will still be effectively the leader of the race.
Look at that, a late lunge and defensive move there for de Vries. Forces Cassidy to the outside as we come into the chicane. Cassidy has to live to fight another day. On the exit of the corner and maybe into turn 16, he can think about a move going through there. But we know that de Vries is going to try and defend that line as much as he possibly can. Over the crest of the hill, into the braking zone we go. De Vries holds station for now.
Yeah, he's looking to try and do a little bit of a reposition here, cut back. And when they were defending that inside line over the jump, it looks like they get a lot more air.
Here we go. Oh, into the penultimate corner. De Vries again defending this one as if his life depends on it. Through into the penultimate, and then the final corner we go. Across the timing line. Can De Vries do anything? I don't think he can. Nick Cassidy comes across the timing line and takes the lead of the race at the start of lap 37. It is now Jaguar TCS Racing in front once again. Look at Tictum now on Jake Dennis. Oh, it spins Mitch Evans round. There's contact at the penultimate corner. Deary me, it's all kicking off here on lap 31, and Evans just about rejoins okay, but Freitz there has to take evasive action through the final couple of corners as well. And now you've got Oliver Rowland having a bit of a skirmish and a battle. And that's with Nico Muller for position. An eye out though for Pascal Wehrlein, because he's still got one attack mode remaining. Got a double yellow down at turn 9, and that's Stoffel Van Dorn that's coming to the bother. And Dan Tictum as well has met the barrier. What a shame for Dan Tictum. He's been in the wars over the last couple of laps, and the British driver in his home race, that's going to bring out a safety car here at a very minimum. And look at all these drivers that are in attack mode, including Pascal Wehrlein, who's just gone into it. That car's not getting recovered anytime soon.
Oh, the lock-up. He's dived brave and then not managed to stop the car.
Cassidy has controlled this one pretty much from lights out to the checkered flag. As soon as he was able to cycle through and build up an advantage over everybody else, he has not been in any bother at all throughout the remainder of this race. And as he comes around the final corner, he will take victory on the streets of London. Nick Cassidy wins for Jaguar TCS Racing here in London. Nick de Vries in second, and Pascal Wehrlein across the line on the final podium place in P3 as well. 3 consecutive victories in season 11 for Jaguar TCS Racing. What a drive for the Kiwi. Well, what a thrilling round 15 we've had here for the Marvel Fantastic Four London E-Prix. Nick Cassidy takes his 3rd win of the season, his 10th of his Formula E career. Nick de Vries makes it his 2nd podium finish of season 11 as well. And Wehrlein takes fastest lap and all-important points for Tag Heuer Porsche in the team's championship as well. Jake Dennis down there with a 5-second penalty is classified in 8th position, and Mitch Evans will be wondering what might have been after he is classified in 10th place.
It's unbelievable, man. I mean, to win here at home for Jaguar and our team, we have a lot of friends and family, partners here today. It's incredible. And, you know, I was not the happiest guy this morning, but that was for a reason. I knew we had huge potential in the car, and that race we were able to show that, which was pretty cool.
And in terms of the Drivers' Championship, here is how it looks then. Oliver Rowland, as we know, cannot be touched in terms of the top of the championship, but Nick Cassidy has now sailed his way up to 3rd overall ahead of Barnard and Da Costa. Dennis up into 7th place there as well, as Tictum and Günther move down the order. Well, what a drive for Nick Cassidy. You can guarantee Taylor Swift will be playing on the podium after this one, because that was a love story. Great job from Cassidy. He'll be delighted with that as the champagne shower begins here in London for round 15. And the best opportunity for that team to close the gap down in the team's championship, and they are taking full advantage of it. Best news is we get to do it all again in 24 hours' time.